So I thought I would do a quick little video on these cute little jumping buddies from the Festive Fayre set. As you can see, I've already been using it. But I like that it gives you the instructions. This is just the basics on how to actually make the mechanism so you can move the arms and legs. But I'll show you that, and I'll show you what I do in order to make one of these. And I actually have one that I did. Let me get it really quick. And then you can see it just goes up and down, and this is all of this right here. So let's go ahead and set this aside, and then I'll show you how many to cut of each one. We're going to cut one of these. I'm going to do the bear, so I'm going to cut 2 of these. Now, if you plan on making your own that's not going to be attached to anything behind it, cut 3. That way you can cover up the back right here. But I'm just going to show you how to do this pretty much. So that way you can attach it to any card. Here's the pulley. I actually already glued some together, but you're going to cut 5 of these. And then you can just glue them all on top of each other. So I'll do that in just a few. Next is the arms and legs. So I did 4 in the color that I wanted it to be, and 4 in just some scrap paper that I had, because it's just going to go right underneath so you won't see it. If you are planning to do one where you cover up the back so that it can be a standalone character, then you can probably use the same color on the back. That way when you flip it over, it'll look the same. But for this one, I did 4. This one I did 4 in the color that, in the same color as the bear, and then 4 in some scrap paper to put behind it. So 8 pieces all together. Now with this, you just need to cut this 2 times and it'll give you 4 pieces. With this piece right here, I cut it 4 times. That way you get 12 pieces. And you can also keep the pieces that fall out and use that for what we plan on doing. We're just going to stack them up. And cut 1 of the face, and make sure you keep these little pieces because we can color them and change the color on there. So this is the decorative pieces. I haven't figured out which scarf I want to use or which sweater, but you only need 1 of each. These little pieces just glue right on top of the shoes and the mittens and the hat. That's what this is. And you can use the little circle piece from the set to create little pom-poms, and you can use pretty much anything. It could be any color that you prefer. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside and we'll start on creating it. First thing we're gonna do is attach these 2 pieces together. My kids are kind of rough with this stuff. So the ones that I make for them, I always double layer it. We're gonna grab this piece and all the pulleys. Go ahead and just stack them and glue them all on top of each other. So then you have something like that. And make sure that you get them as close to exactly like in the same position as possible, because these pieces right here need to be the same. They're important for when you move the arms and legs. Now go ahead and fold all these creases. You're gonna see these little double folds. They're very small, but they are gonna help because this is actually gonna go in the middle of it. So if you need help creasing it, you can use like another tool to help get that little piece right there. Now we're just going to add this to the middle and make sure this is the bottom, the long piece, and this is the top. And we're gonna put this in there, and don't put any glue on it. We're gonna carefully glue the flaps together so that way it won't come out. So just very carefully put the glue on here. If you need to use your finger, that way it doesn't get onto the white piece, go ahead and do that. So this is what you should have, and it'll go just like this. And that is pretty much the hardest part. So we're gonna get our bear, we're gonna turn him over, and then we're gonna line up this long piece to the bottom of the bear. And I'm just gonna put it just a little bit higher than that bottom line, or you can do it directly on the line, whichever one is easier for you. And then basically everything blue that touches the bear, we're gonna glue down. So just the blue pieces. And as you're gluing down, you can turn it over, and you can also check to make sure that the hat is kind of centered. So you can just adjust as you go. So we should have this. Next, we're gonna grab our arms. Three, four. And we're just gonna layer it. I'm gonna put the white ones and glue it underneath the gray ones. And if you planned on making this character not attached to anything and putting a back piece on it, I recommend putting 3 pieces together. So it would be the top layer and then 2 bottom pieces. That way it makes it thicker and a lot sturdier. But on a card, I feel like it's perfectly fine to have just the 2. That's recommended. Then we're gonna grab our 12 circle pieces, and it's gonna be 4 circles per corner. So we're gonna stack these up and glue them 4 at a time to be on top of each other. So there should be 12 circle pieces. It pretty much just needs to be bigger than the arms. That way it doesn't get caught when it's turning. Make sure all these pieces are dry and there's no glue coming out. And then we're gonna attach these upside down. That way the color is in the front. And you can do, just make sure this is down. And then you pretty much just put it wherever you want it to be when you have it down. I feel like I guess just straight out is kind of like what I do, and then you can kind of get an idea if you gently go up and down. So let's put that back down. Now to secure this, we're gonna grab those big circles, and there should be 4 pieces. Now be really careful when you attach this. You don't want it to get on any movable parts like the arms and legs. So we're gonna carefully add them to these middle circles, and then we're gonna push them right on top. I'm gonna give that just a few seconds to dry. Next, we're gonna grab our bear. I lost the little eyepieces, but I was able to use the white one because I actually die cut a white one before. So I'm just gonna put that on there. If you wanted to do white as well, you totally can, like this, just to make it stand out a lot more. I just wanted to use the same color, but that's just preference. So what I like to do is I'm going to carefully punch out these pieces because I plan on coloring them and then putting them back in. So we're gonna glue this to the front. And what we're doing now is basically just decorating because we already finished this. And when you want to use this up and down, hold on to a piece that doesn't move, whether it's right here, or just right at the top. That way it doesn't get stuck, because if you hold it right here, it's gonna go all over the place. Looks like almost like it's swimming. All right, let me get, you can use marker, you can use ink. I'm just gonna use, I'm gonna use these two to color it. So if you have a grip mat, that will probably be the best. The pink I'm gonna put for the ears. Also gonna actually use that for the lips. Because why not? And you can use a different brush, or you can just do what I'm doing. I'm just mixing because since it's going from lighter to darker, I don't think it'll really show up. And then I'm just gonna cover the eyes to be blue. I'm gonna add glue. Let's do his nose first. Okay, there's its face. So I'm done paper piecing, and this is what I got. And if you want to make it a standalone character, like I said before, just put a back piece on there. I think I actually have a back piece. Yeah. And what you can do is you can glue the large circles and the blue pieces, since they don't move, and it'll cover the back for you. But this is it, and I hope you like it.